There was a man, ordinary, quiet, unnoticed by most. He worked at a post office by day, lived alone by night, and no one ever thought twice about him. But he carried a secret. He could remember dreams, not just his own, but everyone's. It started when he was a child. His sister woke up one morning, laughing about a dream she had of flying through the clouds. Before she could explain, he described it perfectly, every detail. Her smile faded. "How did you know?" He didn't know. He just saw it. As the years passed, his strange gift grew stronger. He could meet someone once, and the next day tell them the dream they had while sleeping. He could describe the faces they saw, the places they traveled, the fears they buried deep inside. At first, people thought he was joking. Then they thought he was psychic. But soon word spread, and people began to seek him out. A woman came, trembling, asking about a nightmare that haunted her. He recited it line by line, as if he had been there with her. A man came, curious about a dream he had as a child. The man repeated it back to him, even the forgotten toy in the corner of the dream. They called him the Keeper of Dreams. At first, his gift felt like magic. But then it became a burden, because dreams are not always beautiful. He remembered the terrors, the screams, the broken images of fear. He remembered dreams of drowning, of falling, of being chased through endless shadows. Every night, his mind filled with thousands of dreams that weren't his own. He could barely sleep. His head became a library, not of books, but of other people's secret lives. And soon he began to see patterns. The same figure appearing in hundreds of dreams. The same city with the same streets, visited by strangers who never knew one another. The same doors that no one dared to open. It was as if the dreams were not separate, but connected, as if everyone's mind was drawing from the same hidden map. When he tried to explain, people grew afraid. Some called him cursed, others called him a prophet. But deep down, he wondered, was he even himself anymore, or just a vessel carrying the world's unconscious memories? One night, he dreamed of a vast library. Inside, shelves stretched into eternity, and on each shelf were jars of light, millions of them. Each jar held a dream. When he touched one, he relived someone else's life for a moment, and when he looked down, his own jar was missing. By now, the man was no longer ordinary. People traveled across the world to see him. Some begged him to tell them the dreams they had forgotten. Others demanded he erase the nightmares they couldn't bear to carry. But he could not erase. He could only remember. Then one day, a child came to him. The child said softly, "I had a dream last night of a man who remembers everyone's dreams." The man froze. The child described him perfectly, his clothes, his house, even the way he sat in his chair. For the first time he realized he himself had entered the dreams of others. He wasn't just remembering, he was living inside their nights. And then came his final vision. In a dream, he stood at the edge of a shore.
The ocean stretched endlessly, filled with glowing fragments, dreams drifting
like lanterns. A voice whispered, "You are not the keeper. You are the bridge." When he woke up, he smiled for the first time in years, because he finally understood. Dreams were never meant to be owned or remembered. They were meant to be shared, threads binding everyone together, unseen but eternal. That night, he closed his eyes, and for the first time, he let go. The next morning, his house was empty. But those who had met him began to notice something strange. Their dreams became clearer, their memories sharper, as if his gift had spread into the world itself. No one ever saw him again. But every so often, in the quiet of the night, someone whispers, "I had a dream of him, the man who remembered everyone's dreams."